welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I am Beltis Trevin, joined as always by our main roster predictions champion Caleb.
Hola!
And our NXT predictions champion Zach is our cameraman and producer behind that camera.
No.
And speaking of NXT,
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a showdown? Not
not
an invasion.
No.
No. Showdown. Because you remember the classic 2001 pay-per-view, Showdown, right?
Anyways, it is.
Or am I thinking 2016 Super Showdown? I'm thinking 2016 Super Showdown.
Anyways, it is NXT versus TNA all night long.
And we kick things off with a banger. It is for the NXT and TNA Tag Team Champions. It is your NXT Tag Team Champions Dark State, represented by Osiris Griffin and Dion Lennox, taking on the Legends, the GOATs. They really need no introduction, but I shall give them one anyways. It is the Hardy Boys, your TNA Tag Team Champions. Now, coming into this match, they are looking after a Grand Slam Tag Team thing in WWE.
Yep,
This is the last belt they need to win.
Yep, because in their tag team resume, SmackDown, Raw, WWE World, multi-time TNA, multi-time WWE World, Ring of Honor, a couple indies here and there.
I believe New Japan.
I didn't confirm on that. But yeah, the list of the tag titles they hold are long.
Yeah, and then you have Dark State. Hey, this was a good match. It started off with all four members jumping the Hardys because, as it was stated beforehand, Cutler James and Saquon Sugars were barred from ringside.
But they got to do their cool little entrance thing.
Also, in the crowd, because it's happening at Bound for Glory, one final table. It is the Dudley Boys, or as they're known in TNA, Team 3D. Oh, okay, now we can finally get into the match. Now it starts with, like we said, Darkseid jumping the Hardy Boys. They finally start fighting back, and then we get Jeff starting us off.
Yep. And yeah, sorry. Transition. Yeah, no. This match was honestly a decent bout. Like the Hardys doing a lot of their classic spots to sort of play to the crowd. A big gripe that people have with this match, however, is this match did sort of show the Hardys' age and also showed the inexperience of the two Dark State reps.
Here's the thing. Jeff and Matt lied about their ages when they started wrestling. They came in at 17. So they've been wrestling since they were 17.
Yes. And some of the internet is saying they're lying about how old they're getting.
Now, that man, Jeff still had a magnificent whisper in the wind.
Yeah.
Swanton was still there. Twist of Fate has definitely changed to a sit-out bump and not a flat-back bump.
Yeah. And the Dark State side of things on the inexperienced comment I'm making, Osiris, what were those leg drops?
I think he pulled a hammy.
Nah, they're... Also, the end of the match, I don't know what happened. So, in the end spot of the match, we see Matt Hardy on top of Osiris Griffin's shoulder in the electric chair position. And so...
Doomsday Machine.
Matt starts punching down, trying to get out. And Osiris trips, stumbles, catches himself, stumbles forward. Matt lands on his feet. No one gets hurt.
Thankfully.
But Matt is able to recover and just punch Dion. they get the hot tag, and then we get Twist of Fate, Swanton Bomb combo.
1, 2, 3. They did it!
New NXT Tag Team Champions, and still your TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys. In the year of our Lord 2025, both Hardy Boys are champions in WWE.
Yup.
And this is the first belt TNA has won. We'll see where we go. I think this is really just to be, hey, look.
TNA is getting stuff.
No, it's more to be like, hey, look, the Hardys have 2 belts going into this match.
Yeah.
And not just one. I don't think they're going to hold it for long. I think the longest we see is a 3-month reign.
Who do you see taking it off the Hardy Boys?
Oh, no, because there's like 2 tag teams in NXT right now.
The other 2 reps of Dark State?
No. Maybe you do something with the calling. Maybe you have Chase U in it. The only people I'm thinking of are Hank and Tank and Dark State. Those are the only 2 people that I see beating them.
Yeah.
And I can see them doing it to Hank and Tank as like a rub, as like, hey, look, these guys are the people you should be looking at in tag team wrestling. No. Now, speaking of tag team news, though, Xavier Woods has re-signed a multi-year deal with WWE.
Yep. And in other news, despite what we said in our Raw review,
Santos Escobar is back.
Renews his contract. What?
Okay.
We were rooting for you to get out of there.
Yeah, I was rooting for you, dude. The way that one of these headlines made it seem, he wanted to have a creative outline for himself, and that doesn't mean a push.
But he just wanted to see what their plan was with him.
But the way that this one worded it was, Santos Escobar rejoins WWE on proposition of staying creative. They made overtures that give him way more money than offered before, which makes it seem, when you just read it like that, they said, look, we're not going to give you the creative, but we'll give you way more money than we were initially offering all the other times. That's what it makes it seem like.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Bring back the Cruiserweight title. I don't know. Make it all 3 brands.
Throw it
4 brands.
Throw TNA in
5
there.
brands. I don't know.
Yeah, because when you look at the men's Survivor Series match tonight, we could use a cruiserweight division, because holy!
Not just that. There's so many other people that are just sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
Evolve doesn't have mid-card titles. Fuck it, put it there. Or move the speed titles to Evolve. Do something.
But speaking of Survivor Series matches, we gotta get the women's side out of the way.
Yep, it is Team NXT, which consists of Jada Parker, Lola Vice, your NXT Women's Champion JC Jane, and your double champion NXT Women's North American Champion Sol Ruka, and also she is your NXT Women's Speed Champion, taking on Team TNA.
Little correction. They still don't dub it NXT Speed. It's still WWE Speed. Just because it's repped on the NXT brand doesn't mean it's a floating title.
I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
And for Team TNA, we have...
Fair reaction.
I don't really give it. I'm sorry. What's going on with the men's speed title, bro? El Grande Fucko is performing on Raw. Why can't his ass come down there?
They're still figuring out which El Grande FO is going to rep the speed.
And so we have Murray Sade, formerly known as Jakara Jackson. We have the Inspiration, Billy McKay and Cassie Lee, formerly known as Billy Kay, and I was gonna say her TNA name, Peyton Royce, or Jessie McKay, is her TNA name. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, formerly known as the Iconics, and your current TNA Knockouts champion, Kalani Jordan.
Contractually on NXT.
Man. How did you have, and this is going to be a bit of a spoiler for the second one, how did you have two of these matches and not one of them really be good? Now, I think it was predictable what was going to happen tonight.
NXT was going to win one and TNA was going to win one.
Yeah. Now, NXT does get a quick lead, or TNA gets a quick lead, with Jada Parker being the first one out.
Yep, eliminated by Mara, and people are commenting like it should have been Lash in this match. Other people are saying that was for Lash, and it's like, I don't know either way. It's kind of funny.
And then Lola takes out Jessie, I believe. And then she gets booted. Lola gets booted.
I think Mara gets eliminated.
Yeah, Mara gets eliminated.
Yes,
first.
and then Lola gets both the Inspiration out. Then Lola gets eliminated. And then there is a story building moment where Kalani's putting in work, but with the Iconics being eliminated, they cause a distraction on the outside by brawling the other NXT reps. And Kalani is going to eliminate Lola with a 7 count, but your special guest referee, the woman's 50-50 rep, Jordan Grace, was trying to break up the brawl on ringside, missed being late to the pin count for 1-2 kick out. Lola still gets eliminated. However, quickly, Soul hits a Soul Snatcher on Kalani. JC hot tags in to steal the pin for the 1-2-3. Team NXT wins.
And
people are confused.
It's very clear because we're going to skip ahead a little bit in the show in terms of where this promo was.
Mm-hmm.
In the backstage segment, we see Sol Ruka and Zarya talking, and Blake Monroe comes in, and she starts eyeing the North American title, says maybe Zarya should start speaking and thinking for herself instead of being used by Sol. And then a match is set up for next week between Zarya and Blake, and there's that. Very obvious that Blake is going to win that North American title, and we're going to see Sol feud with JC.
Yeah.
It is very obvious.
Yep, but it's
coming out of this.
Yes, but it's like, why are you building the that JC and Soul feud with this moment? It's like, you have a couple other moments that tease that this is a rivalry that's going to happen, but it's like a champ stealing the double champ's pin is like, okay, I guess.
And here's the thing. If I'm Soul, yes, I'm competitive, and yes, that was my pin, and I am very much pissed that you took my pin. I have 2 championships to worry about. I don't have time to be looking for a fucking third.
Yeah.
Unless it's the tag title, because Zarya can carry the weight of that.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, like, think logically here for a
Chill
second.
out, Soul!
And also, it has been a common thing. We've said this show plenty of times. But Blake Monroe pinned JC Jane in her debut match.
Where's her shot?
Because every time someone pins a champion, you get a title match out of it. Who pinned JD last night? It was AJ.
Yeah.
AJ Lee is getting the tag title shot.
Yeah.
And I want that to confuse you if you don't know. Go watch the Raw episode.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Watch it.
But, it's very obvious that they're going with Blake dethroning Soul.
Which
Which
cool.
I think Blake should just get the main title.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but going back to the order of the card, we get a backstage segment I ain't gonna sugarcoat this. Briggs is arguing about how Matt Cardona interrupted his.
Cardona is asking for forgiveness. Ava says, look, I know that you're the king of building yourself up, so I'm not buying this. You're just doing this for sympathy points.
Briggs walks in, Matt hides behind the door.
And I low-key forgot that Briggs wasn't on Team NXT. And he said, I don't care about Team NXT. And I was like, oh, does that mean they have an open man? No, I just forgot it was Miles Bourne.
Yeah.
But no, he's like, I want to fight Matt, and I don't care when it is. And so next week.
Yeah. So next week, Matt Cardona returns to action in WWE.
I swear to God, they're not gonna. They're not gonna. And they're cowards. But they should hit us with that, oh, radio. Oh, my God. Bro, if I hear woo, woo, woo,
you know.
I am popping like the mark they want me to be. I am. How I feel every time I hear Santino's theme.
Yeah. That's fair, though.
When I heard the Hardys.
Yeah. But yeah, Matt Cardona versus Josh Briggs next week. But now, TNA is trying to clinch another NXT title. Ladies and gentlemen, for the NXT Canadian North American Championship, it is your champion, All Ego Ethan Page versus the President Mustafa Ali.
Y'all made a mistake by letting this motherfucker go. This man proved to you in one night why it was so fucking stupid for you to release him. That man went out there and fucking killed.
Match of the night.
Launched himself like a fucking lawn dart over the gap between the ring and the announcement table and flew past the fucking announcement table.
Booker T, and forgive me, I'm forgetting the other dude's name.
Vic Joseph.
Vic Joseph looked at him like, did we just witness a suicide?
I'm sorry, I'm skipping way the fuck ahead. That is the ending spot of the match pretty much. Except for this. Foot tangled in the cord of Booker T's headset. Ali climbs to the top turnbuckle.
Looking for order 450, but knows he can't get the full rotation because of the cord.
And Ethan Page, like a fucking madman, runs, shoves him off the top turnbuckle.
Into the barricade.
Ripping Booker T's headset off.
Sign this man now. Buy him out of that fucking TNA contract and sign this man now. The only thing that was wrong with this match was that Ethan Page fucking retained. Which is funny coming from me, because I'm an Ethan Page fan.
Yeah.
But this is where he should have lost it.
Yes, but the internet is saying the curse continues. Of course, the curse being where when Ali is 99% towards that title, something happens. Money in the Bank. McMahon wanted to give his muse Lesnar the briefcase instead of Ali.
You will never see a dumber thing. Bruh.
Ali...
I'm just thinking about this. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
Let's just think about this from a logical perspective. We are supposed to, suspend our disbelief. You're on top of a ladder when the whole point of this match is to climb a ladder and retrieve a briefcase that is hanging on a carabiner. When your hands are on said carabiner and you hear music happen,
you hear the guitar riff everyone fears to hear.
and you think to yourself, I'm just going to stand here like a fucking idiot. You want to know what my first thing was? And I'm getting fired for this shit. Taking that shit down, jumping
Booking it.
and completely booking it out the fucking arena. Fuck that, I'm going to the business for myself. You are not going to come on the day that I was told I am winning, have the planes change last fucking minute,
And have the winner be a man who wasn't even on the card.
What the fuck, man?
Yep. Now, of course, they were going to attempt to pay him back by having him face Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania for the world title. He gets injured, and that's how he got Kofi Mania. Which, no shot to Kofi, but poor Ali.
And then he gets shipped down to NXT. Doing some of the best work ever.
He wins the shot to face Dominic Mysterio
at No Mercy
for the North American title. And then 2 days before, he receives the phone call saying, your services are no longer required.
Brother, Ali, when this contract is done, if you don't go back to WWE, which I don't think you should, I think you should definitely have some fucking self-respect and go to a place that's actually going to treat you with proper fucking respect. Because the fuck is this bullshit?
And now, 744 days after that phone call, he gets the shot. He's right there. He's about to hit his finisher. And because of his hubris, of him doing that suicide dive, his foot is caught. He's playing it safe, untangling it to make sure he could get the full 450. And that gives his opponent enough time to recover to do exactly what he was planning on doing to them.
Yeah, the reason why I also don't want to really go into depth with this match is I want you guys to go watch it.
Please.
It is amazing. It legitimately is match of the night. If this was a pay-per-view card,
5.
It would be 5.
The storytelling in this match and this segment alone, my gosh. Ali needs more screen time on both TNA and NXT.
Yeah, hopefully this isn't the end of him showing up on NXT.
Yes. Now, speaking of what Ethan Page's title reign and title scene is looking like, we get a promo with Dr. Wagner being like, cool, looks like we might be doing title for title when we next meet. And then he goes to leave and Lexis King walks up to the interviewer being like,
I know your game, Tavion.
Yep. And Tavion sneaks up behind him and is like, that wasn't me, dude. That was just a thing to get my hands on Ethan that 1 week.
Yep.
So Lexis King's character right now is he's just an idiot.
Have you seen his facial hair?
Yeah.
That would explain.
Yeah. He didn't believe Miles was actually deaf, even though all the facts were pointing at that.
And then he thought he was blind.
Yeah.
For some fucking reason.
It's like, brother. Lexis, why are you agreeing to these story beats?
Hey man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our main event of the evening.
It is the men's Survivor Series style match.
I want to do it thematically so it makes sense, but TNA's colors are red, so fuck it. Fuck the sense. In the blue corner, Team NXT.
Represented by the young OG Javon Evans, Miles Bourne, your TNA World Champion Trick Williams, and your NXT Champion Ricky Saints.
And in the red corner, Team TNA.
Represented by Moose, your international champion Frankie Kazarian, your TNA X Division champion.
The youngest in charge, Leon Slater.
Yep. And the #1 contender looking at facing Trick Williams this Sunday at Bound for Glory, Mike Santana.
Now, I did say that both these matches were bad. This is the better of the two.
Yes. And that is all on the shoulders of Javon and Leon.
Yes. All on the shoulders of Javon Evans and Leon Slater. The fact that a 23-year-old and a 21-year-old were carrying a match full of veterans,
brother,
with the only other one not being a veteran, at this point, because Trick has held the TNA title and NXT title, so he's a veteran in that locker room. Miles Bourne is being the only other one. And he got no time to shine as he is the first one eliminated.
Yep. Sent straight to the back.
Really shockingly quick, too. Like,
yeah.
You could have just had Josh Briggs win that match. Because that's about as much time Josh Briggs gets anyways out in the ring, so... It makes no sense to put Miles Bourne on there just to get lost so quickly.
Yep. Yeah, no. Leon gets... Was it Frankie or Leon getting the pin on Miles?
It was Leon getting the pin on Miles.
Yes, and Leon also gets the pin
on Javon.
On Javon. And after the 1, 2, 3 for that elimination, Javon and Leon have a little stare down because a reminder, another match this Sunday happening is Javon Evans versus Leon Slater for the X Division Championship.
Yep.
And oh boy, I said it last week, but again I'll say it this week, that match gonna cook.
Oh yeah.
That match gonna cook.
And now, if you would notice, it is 4-on-2. TNA is up. They
Yep.
have all their members, and
yeah,
it's just down to your NXT champion, Ricky Saints, and your Trick NA champion, Trick Williams.
Now, Trick and Ricky are trying to find tandem, trying to refine that tempo, but they are getting the brakes beaten off them. And Trick is also realizing that these 4 men hate his guts and are pulling out cheap shot after cheap shot whenever they see the opportunity. So Trick is like, F it, I'm out.
Yep, so Ricky tags himself in. Trick just stands there dumbfounded in the ring for a few seconds. Gets out on the apron, and when Ricky is going for the hot tag, Trick just jumps down.
Yep, because Trick is realizing both locker rooms hate his guts.
So he takes his ball and leaves, and this is where I thought we hear, who? I really thought Oba was going to come out.
Nope.
Either attack or confront Trick, or just run out to help Ricky.
Yep.
But nope, Trick just walks back.
Yep. And Ricky starts doing his best Dolph Ziggler impression.
Oh, and it pissed me off. Don't stand where he stood. Don't try to reheat this man's nachos. I'm sorry. Dude. Cool. You got out Frankie Kazarian, which, yeah, cool. Which I find stupid, by the way. I find completely stupid. I get why Santana didn't get eliminated. Why eliminate 2 of your champions and leave Moose on the ring?
Yeah. Speaking of which, when I mentioned the Dolph Ziggler impression, it looks like he was actually going to pull a Dolph Ziggler as Santana and Ricky are squabbling a little bit in the ring. Moose, trying to get an advantage back and re-gas Ricky, goes for his spear, but miscommunication hits Santana instead. 1, 2, kick out. And Loki, I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I was like, they better not just have this come down to just Ricky and Moose.
Yep. But now, as it is still a 2v1 and Ricky has pulled out everything he can, they start tag teaming him. A spin around the block. Yeah, no. For a 1, 2, 3, Team TNA wins it. Both matches ending in a 2 people still left on the winning team victory.
Also, you can tell that this should have been a pay-per-view, because at the end, it is 2-2. Congrats, guys. No one gains any edge in this competition, in this friendly little rivalry. Everyone wins. It's a draw.
Until Bound for Glory.
Man, you should have done some other fucking matches, man. You should have done at least one more match. Yeah. And I don't know what that match would have been, though. Because you have all your champions tied up in the tag matches.
They probably would have pushed Cardona and Briggs on that card.
I'd want a bigger name than Briggs taking on Cardona. I mean, I still do want a bigger name than Briggs taking on Cardona.
Yeah,
But it is what it is.
Yeah, everyone is saying like this show was good. It could have been better if it was a dedicated Saturday PLE.
Yeah, it should have had more than
Yes. Oh, we forgot to mention too. The special guest referee for the men's Survivor Series match was the men's 50-50 rep, Joe Hendry.
And he did absolutely fuck all.
No,
which is great. He did what a ref should do. Just be there.
Yep. The only reason we mentioned Jordan Grace is because of that 7 count.
And she had a whistle that she started to blow.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't refs have whistles in WWE? Now that I think about it. Why do they just have to yell?
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it for this episode of NXT versus TNA Showdown. Woo! Woo! And that's it for this episode of Disqualified. I am your main roster prediction champion, Caleb. That is Beltless Trevin to my right, and behind the camera, as always, is our cameraman and producer and our NXT prediction champion, Zach. Now this weekend, this will be on the line, my main roster prediction champion.
At Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel.
At Perth.
Yep, we will see you for predictions, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell 3 times so you know the match is over, and we will see you next time. Thank you for your time, and peace.
Bye!